Right now, the week of bitter cold continues. Tonight, how to keep your children safe in this Wisconsin winter weather.
Also, the frigid temperatures are affecting the blood supply, how the American Red Cross is in dire need of blood donations.
And we're following the spending bill that's been stalled on the Hill. Congressional negotiators are bargaining as a partial government shutdown looms once again. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. The cold continues. Good evening. Thanks for being with us.
The city of Madison's cleanup and sanding operations continue. Alternate street parking remains in effect as snowplows hit the streets.
But if you enjoy bundling up and getting outside in this kind of weather, Madison and Dane County parks are offering a permit-free weekend on Saturday and Sunday to enjoy those winter activities. Tonight, we have live team coverage on the impact of these Arctic conditions.
Our Jalen Banks will tell us how to help your kids prevent them from getting frostbite and hypothermia.
But first, let's go to the weather patio. Gary's got a look at a first warn forecast, which we hope we can see some light at the end of the tunnel, Gary.
Well, we still have ways to go before we get there. The problem is that even though temperatures won't be quite as cold the next couple of nights because of cloud cover, there'll still be enough wind to give us wind chills down to 15 to 20 degrees below zero, maybe even as cold as 25 below zero by early on Sunday morning. So we still have the first warn weather alert days in the forecast through Sunday morning. The other complicating issue is we could see some snow showers Thursday night. Now, about 1 inch of snow accumulation expected. That doesn't sound like very much, but the problem is that with temperatures this cold, the salt doesn't work and the roads are already icy, so I'm just afraid that we're going to see even more slippery conditions, especially Thursday night into early Friday morning. Visible cloud track, you can see all the snow on the ground across the Midwest, but you can also see clouds moving in from the west, and that will keep temperatures up a bit for tonight. Doppler track, some snow flurries across parts of central Iowa. Those should stay to the south of us for tonight. Low temperatures this morning, generally in the single digits below zero across all of southern Wisconsin, although Lone Rock dropped to 14 below. Current temperatures are in the teens. It feels like a heat wave out here. Plus, there isn't quite as much wind. So current temperatures here in Dane County, 13 in Verona, 12 degrees in Deerfield, and 15 in Sun Prairie. But you factor in the winds, and wind chills right now are around zero rather than 10 to 15 degrees below zero like we've seen the last couple of days at this time. Temperatures are going to hold nearly steady because of the cloud cover, right around 10 degrees through this evening. I don't expect any snow tonight, but by late tomorrow afternoon, we could start to see some west of Madison. I'll time that out in your forecast in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. And with these frigid temps hanging around, the chances of weather-related injuries are ever present.
In this week's Time for Kids report with SSM Health, our Jalen Banks sat down with one expert on keeping your kids safe in these winter conditions. Jalen?
As much as we'd like to spend time in the snow, the cold, of course, comes with its dangers, and it's important to protect not just ourselves, but our kids from it as well.
It's all about limiting skin exposure and limiting time exposed.
Those are two key factors for battling frostbite. For the average adult, it can take between 10 to 15 minutes for frostbite to settle in. For kids, it can be even faster due to their size and circulation.
So the important things that you want to do is make sure that everything is covered, meaning gloves, hat, scarf, making sure that you have clothing that is appropriate and warm.
Dr. Flint also says lotions, Vaselines, and creams can help protect the skin as well. And even with those protections, to look out for frostbite symptoms.
Your skin would become very red, and it can be tingling, and then it would feel numb. And it's getting worse when you get to frostbite, when you see whitening of the skin.
Frostbite, of course, isn't the only risk in the cold, but hypothermia as well.
Shivering a lot. Sometimes their speech will change. You can become more clumsy. You can have a weakening pulse, so a less pulse that you can feel, not as well coordinated and dizzy. And eventually, you can get to the point where you lose consciousness, but we need to be ahead of it.
To find more tips on keeping your kids safe in the cold, just head on over to our website at channel3000.com/timeforkids.
Jalen, thank you. Dane County cuts the ribbon on its new emergency operations center designed to provide the county with an immediate response in one place to emergencies, whether it's flooding, severe weather, or other natural events. This is a dedicated facility, always on standby, able to seat over 40 people with over 30 telephone connections, has increased Wi-Fi and cellular capacity, permanent video conferencing capabilities, multiple large screen monitors, radio communications, and an audio system.
This new custom designed facility, everything is set and ready to go and under one roof. This will allow for faster response, greater coordination, and increased capacity.
Dane County purchased the former Fitchburg Fire Station in 2020 for $1.8 million and then spent $5.5 million to convert the former firehouse into an emergency operations center. First it was snow, now the frigid cold, all having an impact on blood donations.
Our Kyle Pozorski shows us how you can help by rolling up your sleeve. Kyle?
People I spoke with from Impact Life say they've seen a severe drop in donations due to our recent weather. Usually each year donations drop off during the holidays. That was true of this year as well. But they say add this to the past 2 weeks of winter weather and the situation is made much worse for those who depend on donated blood. The nonprofit Blood Donation Center estimates nearly 1,000 donations have been lost due to the storms.
We strive to collect 3,500 or more donations every week. So 1,000 is getting to be nearly a third of collections just lost entirely to weather.
Wynn says multiple blood drives have been canceled, and on top of that, they've also seen blood donors cancel appointments fearing travel in the rough conditions. They're now looking for people across southern Wisconsin to step up to donate. Impact Life is set to host a drive in Madison at SSM Health St. Mary's Hospital this Friday from 10:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m.
Kyle, thank you. A family is forced out of their home after a fire early this morning in Rock County. It happened at South Clinton Corners Road in Clinton. 17 agencies responded to the home just after midnight. Dispatch says there were no injuries. They did not say what caused the fire. The Red Cross has been notified and is helping the displaced family.
The tire fire that took place in Beloit last Friday continues to affect that community.
Yesterday, our Maddie Heim spoke with the property owner and an environmental expert on the potential health effects for residents. Today, she caught up with the business owner who lost his livelihood.
Beloit residents were able to return home Friday, the day of the fire. Francisco Zuniga, however, the owner of the business that was operating on the property, said he's simply unable to return to the life he had before the fire. Zuniga owns Cisco's Auto Service. He showed me this video he took when he first moved to the location in October. He said he filmed it to show friends and family the new facility.
It was big enough, so I figured I'd get maybe move up on the world. I spent all my savings in there, so to get more equipment, tools, everything is gone.
Along with his tools and equipment, he said there were 10 cars in the shop that belonged to customers. Zuniga says he doesn't know if he'll be able to recover the business he worked for 30 years to build. For now, he's interviewing for jobs around town, hoping to support his family. Reporting in Beloit, I'm Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Maddie. And tonight at 6, we'll learn more about the aftermath of the fire.
Monona's police department will not be changing its chase policy for good. That's the decision out of last night's city council meeting. Current policy allows officers to chase anyone trying to get away during a stop. The city had previously decided to temporarily pause that policy so that officers could only pursue someone suspected of dangerous or violent felony offenses. Republicans at the state capitol are trying to tighten up the rules for absentee ballots. The bills would clarify what information must be on an absentee ballot envelope. That would require the voter and their witness's printed names, house number, street, municipality, and signatures. The GOP also proposes more provisions over voting in nursing homes and letting observers stand 3 to 8 feet away at a polling place. The bills are headed to Governor Evers' desk. White House and Senate negotiators say they're making progress on a spending bill to address border security as well as aid for Ukraine and Israel, but they need more time to complete their talks.
This comes as the federal government is set for a partial shutdown this week unless Congress acts first to keep it open. Skylar Henry has more from Capitol Hill.
Congressional leaders made the trek up Pennsylvania Avenue in the nation's capital to meet with President Biden and discuss the spending bill being debated on Capitol Hill.
Mr. Speaker, what do you expect to get out of this meeting at the end of the day?
President Biden wants to combine aid for Ukraine and Israel as part of the broader spending package.
President Biden will reinforce something I've been saying all along. It's a matter of the highest national urgency that both parties keep working together to pass the supplemental.
But House Republicans remain reluctant to send more money to Kyiv.
What is the end game and the strategy in Ukraine? How will we have accountability for the funds? We need to know that Ukraine would not be another Afghanistan. But before we even talk about Ukraine, I'm going to tell the president what I'm telling all of you, and we've told the American people, border border, border.
White House and Senate negotiators say border security is a part of the ongoing talks.
Negotiators are making headway toward the most significant border enhancements in almost 30 years.
Before Congress can tackle the big issues in the long term, they must first pass a short-term bill to avoid a federal government shutdown, which is set to begin midnight Friday night.
Will you support the CR?
No. Secure the border, we can discuss funding.
Some House Republicans say they will vote against the short-term bill, known as a continuing resolution, meaning Democrats and moderate Republicans will need to work together.
It's clear that a very substantial majority does not want to shut down the government. It's also clear that I think all of our Democratic colleagues essentially don't want to shut down the government. So I think it's very unlikely we'll shut down the government.
The Senate is planning to vote on the short-term bill Thursday. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene says she will introduce a motion to oust Mike Johnson as Speaker of the House if he includes more funding for Ukraine as part of a bigger spending bill.
Samsung unveiled the latest version of its Galaxy smartphone, the Galaxy S24 series, which features enhanced artificial intelligence at its Unpacked event in San Jose, California. The new Galaxy S24s include higher resolution photo and video options and introduce Google's AI circle to search function. There's also an enhanced translation tool.
The Galaxy S24 series offers real-time two-way call translations within the native call app. It'll support audio and text translations for up to 13 languages at launch. And it all happens right there on the device, keeping your phone calls private.
The new phones range in price from $800 to $1,300 and will be available in stores January 31st. And these devices are rolling out on the heels of the news that Apple has just surpassed Samsung as the largest seller of smartphones in the world after Samsung's 12-year reign at the top. Stick around. We'll get a complete look at your first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti.
And the Songwriters Hall of Fame announces its 2024 inductees today. We'll tell you who made the list coming up next at 5.
And on Wall Street, the Dow tumbles another 94.5. The Nasdaq down almost 89. S&P 500 loses 27, and we'll be right back.
The highest art is beautiful, timeless, inspired by the divine. Shen Yun. Coming to Milwaukee and Madison, February 3rd through the 11th.
Save big money now at Menards. Do you have a painting job that requires crisp, clean lines? Look no further than Frog Tape. This premium-grade painter's tape includes paint block technology that seals edges for sharp paint lines. Now just $7.49 per roll. Upgrade your home with new outlets from Legrand. Charge more of your devices without the need for bulky AC adapters. All Legrand USB devices are on sale now, like this USB outlet. Get it for $32.99.
Save big money at Menards.
Your logo can identify your company, inspire your customers, and energize your team. We're 4imprint, and we can help your logo create moments that matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
Find inspiration at the Build and Remodel Expo, sponsored by James Hardy. Meet local experts showcasing the latest innovations in home building and remodeling. Visit buildremodelexpo.com for details.
The highest art is beautiful, timeless, inspired by the divine. Shenyun. Coming to Milwaukee and Madison, February 3rd through the 11th.
Wind chills will still be well below zero at night, and some snow is on the way for Thursday night. At 6, I'll let you know how much to expect.
Plus, we look into the discussions of water safety precautions after 2 boys fell through ice in Sun Prairie. That's tonight at 6.
Experience the Channel 3000 News app today. Tailored for your news the way you want it. With a customizable home page and faster page loads. Download the Channel 3000 News app. Powered by News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The Songwriters Hall of Fame announces its 2024 inductees, and the newest members include legendary band REM, who helped popularize indie rock, Steely Dan, creators of the classic hit Reelin' in the Years, and many others, Hillary Lindsey, who's written 27 #1 country hits, Dean Pitchford, who wrote memorable movie themes from Fame to Footloose, and also hip-hop and R&B producer Timbaland, who spoke to CBS Mornings about the honor.
It kind of caught me off guard because, you know, for me, I don't never look at my work to be put up on a pedestal. I just love to keep working and doing what God gave me the gift to do.
The multi-platinum Grammy award-winning producer has worked with some of the biggest names in music, including Beyonce, Jay-Z, Madonna, and Justin Timberlake.
Let's get a look now at your first warned forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. At least we had double digits for some time today, right, Gary?
Well, we set that bar pretty low, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, temperatures in the teens makes it feel like a heat wave around here, but bitterly cold temperatures are going to continue through Sunday morning. Mostly at night, we'll look for wind chills perhaps as cold as 15 to 25 below zero at night. Daytime temperatures, not quite as bad, but still it will be very cold. And we have another little wiggle in here. We have some light snow showers in the forecast from late tomorrow afternoon through tomorrow night. Now, normally around an inch or so of accumulation isn't going to be a big deal. But when temperatures are this cold, salt doesn't work. Roads are already icy because, you know, they haven't been able to melt the ice that's on them. You add a little snow on top of it, and it could become very slippery on Friday morning. But we do have mild temperatures beginning on Monday with some rain showers, although there could be a little mix at night and into the early morning hours when temperatures are closer to freezing. We still continue the first warned weather alert days through Sunday morning. Again, for morning wind chills, it could be as cold as 25 below zero, and then those snow showers Thursday night, they could bring some minor snow accumulations. Plenty of snow on the ground across most of the central part of the Midwest. In fact, there's more snow here in Madison than there is up toward the Twin Cities and Eau Claire. They may get a little bit of snow later on as we head into next week, but low temperatures this morning, single digits below zero across most of the state, although Milwaukee stayed above zero, and so did Eau Claire for that matter. Again, not having as much snow on the ground up in the northwestern part of the state actually works to their advantage to keep the bitter cold away. Some flurries showing up across central Iowa. These will probably stay south of us for tonight, but the cloud cover that'll come in will actually keep our temperatures up. 6-hour future track radar, again, those snow flurries, snow showers staying mainly to the south of southern Wisconsin. Future track, though, beginning at midnight or noon tomorrow, you can see the clouds rolling in. Temperatures in the lower to middle teens. That's the good news. The bad news is we have some snow showers that'll be coming in from the south and west. Probably a little more widespread than what future track is showing here because very light snow, especially at cold temperatures, doesn't get depicted as well on the computer model forecast. But still, that will continue through tomorrow night and then come to an end early on Friday morning with temperatures staying just above zero, but still in the lower single digits. Even a snowfall like this, you know, maybe an inch or two down toward the Illinois state line, around an inch up toward Madison, a little bit less up to the north is going to cause some travel issues. You can see the jet stream is flattened out a little bit, but the northern branch of the jet stream, the polar jet stream, continues to come in from Canada. And as long as that keeps pouring the cold air in here, we're going to stay below normal temperature-wise, at least through this weekend. Planning your night, look for temperatures to start out around the lower teens, and temperatures holding nearly steady through midnight. But as skies maybe start to become partly cloudy overnight, those temperatures drop through the single digits to just above zero by early tomorrow morning. Wind chills, probably single digits above and below zero. Midnight, a few places are below zero. Most places right around zero, but notice as those temperatures drop, we start to see those wind chills drop off as well. A few places could be as close to 15 below zero by early tomorrow morning. Planning your night across Dane County. Brooklyn drops to 2 degrees. Windsor at 1. Middleton also 1 with mostly cloudy skies. Rest of southern Wisconsin, Platteville, 3 degrees for the low. Camp Douglas 1 degree, and Wautoma 2 for the overnight low temperature. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies, very cold, snow showers developing late in the afternoon, mainly west of Madison, with a high of 14. Again, the snowfall amounts maybe an inch or two down toward the Illinois state line. Most areas will be around an inch or less, but again, that could still make roads very slippery. First warn 7 to 10 day forecast after the snow, bitterly cold temperatures all the way through Sunday, and then those temperatures warm up, but we'll see highs in the 30s with rain showers. At night, though, there might be a mix of rain and snow, maybe even a little bit of light freezing rain on Monday. We'll have to watch out for that late in the afternoon into Monday night. As we check out first warn traffic, boy, you know, the roads are okay, but still we're seeing some delays on the Beltline right around Verona Road on the westbound Beltline, eastbound around Stoughton Road and around Monona Drive. Right now, a 27-minute commute on the eastbound Beltline between University Avenue and I-3990. It's 18 minutes going back in the westbound direction. Inbound from Sun Prairie to downtown will take you 22 minutes today. Same trip outbound is 26 minutes. US 12 Middleton to Sauk City, about the average 17 minutes. And the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990 will take you 25 minutes. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
All right, thank you, Gary. Just ahead at 5, some news from the American Cancer Society that should get the attention of those under 50. We'll have that story coming up.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hy-Vee hot deals are burning hot. Halo's Mandarins, $3.88 for a 3-pound bag. Hy-Vee Angus Reserve Chuck Roast, $4.99 a pound. And Lay's Kettle Cooked or Munchies, $1.99 each when you buy 3. Only at Hy-Vee.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
This new year is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Can your roof handle our Wisconsin winters? If you're tired of repairing leaks and replacing shingles after each storm, call us, the metal experts at Sweeto Metal Roofing.
Sweeto Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
Have Medicare and Medicaid? iCare's dual eligible special needs plans offer an $1,800 annual allowance for eligible groceries and more. Rest easy. iCare is looking out for you and your health. A logo can do more than identify your company. It can connect in meaningful ways, energize your team, and inspire your customers. We're 4imprint, and we know your logo on the right product can create moments that matter. With 30 years of experience and thousands of products to choose from, we guarantee your order will be right the first time, on time, and for a great price. Be certain that the right moments will matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Explore the essence of creativity in this month's Madison magazine. Set your own creative path with inspiration from local innovators. Then feast your eyes on Wisconsin's cheese renaissance. Madison Magazine, online and on newsstands now.
Congratulations to Madison Magazine for earning 9 awards in the Milwaukee Press Club Excellence in Wisconsin Journalism competition, including top honors for Best Single Story or Feature Design and Best Feature Photograph.
Save every day with Hy-Vee Perks prices. Hy-Vee shredded cheese, Hy-Vee Perks price $1.99. Gala apples, Hy-Vee Perks price $1.48 a pound. And Hy-Vee Chunk Light Tuna, Hy-Vee Perks price 77 cents. Sign up for Hy-Vee Perks today.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. Live look right now at the Beltline at Park Street, where evening commuters are making their way home on some pretty dicey roads for many commuters. City of Madison reminding people to stay alert, leave your destinations earlier than usual so you don't have to rush, and stay cautious out there. We know there's some hard-packed, icy areas out there that are not easy to navigate. Well, today, a new report from the American Cancer Society released some concerning data.
The number of cancer deaths is on the rise for people under 50. Michael George has more.
It's been nearly 10 years since Diane Nathaniel learned she had stage 3 colorectal cancer. She says she was misdiagnosed for years.
I complained of constipation, and I was always told I was anemic, so given iron pills, kind of dismissive. I complained of migraines, a weight loss.
Eventually, she suffered rectal bleeding. A colonoscopy found a more than 5-centimeter mass. She was just 44 years old.
I was terrified, also knowing that I had 3 children, I had a husband, a whole life ahead of me.
Colorectal cancer is now the leading cause of cancer death in men under 50 and second for women in the same age group, according to the American Cancer Society.
All we really know is it has to be broadly in something environmental. When we see this cohort effect, it's not inherited genetic mutations or something else that's part of the germline. This has to be some sort of exposure or diet change.
Prevention is key. The American Cancer Society recommends starting colorectal screening at age 45.
The percentage of folks who actually undergo screening under the age of 50 remains low. Increasing screening rates, I think, would be incredibly important.
Overall, cancer mortality continues to decline, but that progress is being threatened by a rise in diagnoses of common cancers such as breast and prostate. Diane needed surgery and a dozen rounds of chemotherapy. She now shares her story to educate others and help reduce disparities in healthcare.
So for 10 years, I had been complaining since I was 34, and I just felt like no one really listened. And as a Black woman, these are things that we deal with.
She says, advocate for yourself and go get screened. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
The American Cancer Society reminds that screening guidelines are for people at an average risk. If you have an immediate family member with cancer, it's typically recommended to begin screening yourself 10 years before the age that they received that diagnosis.
Stay with us. We'll have a final check of your first warn forecast when we come back.
Baby, it's cold outside, but this house is going to be nice and comfortable when we're done with it. Hi, Andrew Larsson here from Larsson Home Services and Dr. Energy Saver. Do you have enough insulation? Is your home cold and drafty? Does your furnace run nonstop? If it does, give us a call. We're not just an insulation company, we are the experts from the attic up. Call now and get 24% off installation labor and a free upgrade to R60. Be part of the Larsson experience.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
Discover new opportunities together in a new Chevy. Meet up in an award-winning Equinox. Lend a hand in the Silverado with up to 14 available camera views. Or mix it up in the Trax with an 11-inch diagonal display screen. Find the Chevy that's right for you. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado models. Or get $6,000 total cash allowance on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Sockbury Healthcare is here to help. To help with your shoulder pain,
your knee injury,
that hip that bothers you, with your foot or ankle pain.
We focus on quality.
We focus on results.
And take time to listen.
so that your care is the best care for you.
You.
For you. We're here for you.
Sauk Prairie Healthcare Orthopedics. Listening, healing, caring. It's in our nature.
Save big money now at Menards. Keep your devices powered with Energizer Max batteries. They deliver consistent performance and have lasting power. A 16-pack of AA or AAA batteries are $9.99. You need reliable appliances to help you conquer the day. And Menards offers a wide variety for every part of your home. Criterion appliances are ready when you are. Get this Criterion front-load laundry pair for $998. After sale price and mail-in rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Coming up tonight on the CBS Evening News, an important warning about the safety of our kids online. Financial sextortion. That's right, minors as young as 9 being targeted by criminals for explicit photos and money. We talked to an FBI agent who says any child can become a victim. We've got our eye-opening report tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And then coming up at 6, after 2 boys died from falling into ice on a retention pond in Prairie, the city responded by putting a fence around the pond. Our Catherine Merck has the story coming up in the next half hour.
Well, take a look at this. Temperatures in Toronto are expected to plummet as low as 14 below zero. They didn't stop these women from gathering together, though, for a winter dip. This was in Lake Ontario.
One bather organized this group after researching the positive benefits of cold exposure to your health. Despite the freezing temperatures, the group swim warmed the spirits of bathers who told Reuters it was an amazing experience.
I'm sure it was, yeah. It warmed your spirits.
I think Madison's polar plunge is February 17th. But who knows what the weather will be like then.
Yeah, so it's going to be cold enough to freeze you if you jump into the water. First warning weather alert days in the forecast through Sunday morning for bitterly cold wind chills to 25 below zero at night and some snow showers Thursday night. Could bring an inch or 2 of accumulation that could make roads pretty slippery by Friday morning.
All right, Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6.